reporting means explaining. On dinners for 12 people you have known for 6 weeks. On substances consumed without the minimal precautions you once maintained as a form of self-respect. Your father calls. Not often enough for the calls to be a pattern, but often enough that you cannot pretend the distance is accidental. He says you look tired. You are in Dubai on a Tuesday afternoon and you look tired. He says he is worried. You say you are fine. The conversation lasts 4 minutes. He takes another call. A man you meet at a dinner in Palm Jumeirah, Dutch 45 in commodities, tells you something that cuts through the ambient noise of that period like a signal. He says, the children who have everything and do nothing with it are not failures of character. They are failures of architecture. Nobody built them a structure they had to hold up. He says it casually, like an observation about the weather. You think about it for 6 months. Then you check yourself into a clinic in Zurich. Level 6, the work. 18 months of actual effort. Not performing effort. The performing you have been doing your entire life. Performing diligence for Henrik. Performing contentment for your father. Performing normalcy for Amara. Actual effort. A therapist named Doctor. Writer in Zurich who costs 320 Swiss francs an hour and is worth it. Who has treated the children of the wealthy long enough to have zero patience for self-pity and considerable skill at distinguishing it from genuine pain. You see her twice a week for a year. You learn the difference. It is not a comfortable distinction. You leave the holding company. Not dramatically. No confrontation with your father, no statement. You simply do not renew your contract and you take the Vietnam work seriously in a different context. You join a development finance institution working on infrastructure investment in Southeast Asia. Salary, 65,000 euros. You live in Singapore on this salary and the allowance you have, for the first time, asked your father to reduce. He agrees. He does not understand why. You do not fully explain. The therapy is yours. You work with people who are competent and mission-driven and who went into development finance because they wanted to do something useful and not because they needed somewhere to put a resume. They treat you like a colleague. You earn this over 2 years of showing up and knowing your work and not mentioning your father unless directly asked, and sometimes not even then. A colleague named Ravi, from Chennai, Oxford educated, the sharpest analyst you have worked with, does not know who your father is for 8 months. The day he finds out, he looks at you differently for approximately 45 minutes. Then he does not. That 45 minutes is the most valuable social experience of your adult life. You do not drink. You do not use cocaine. You run in the morning at 6 along Marina Bay, and the air is thick and warm, and the city is starting, and you are, in a way that is not dramatic and not complete, but is real, beginning to build something that belongs to you.